Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's a girl Cindy, and I'm back again with another gist. I trust you guys are doing great. I trust you guys are having amazing time out there today. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So I just want to show you this video today. Like, if you have been following me on this channel, you could tell that we have literally talked about this before, but it is still going on. And because it is still going on, I'm gonna keep talking about it. So I'm not going to say much about this video. Like, have a look at this video right here. I have literally talked about this. We have talked about this over and over again, but it is still happening. And like I said, I would keep talking about it. Please check this video out.
Tipo le raschiette, quelle che sono assaggiate.
Oh, Caripa! Giulia! Caripa, si tradisce i capelli. Ce l'hai. Ma se, infatti, se
Martini, Giulia, non so.
e poi facciamo tipo
Questo c'è un corno, ma.
Okay, I don't even know where to start from right now because, okay. So how about getting people's consent before you could touch their hair? I don't care if you're white, black. Don't just touch people's hair. You could see people stretching their hands, just to touch. Oh my gosh, it's an afro hair. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Did you ask for my consent before touching my hair? It's so weird. The way they were just oh my gosh. Again, I'm not gonna say too much. I would keep talking about showing these videos. Ask people first. I personally have not seen a random person on the road and try to touch his or her hair. I don't do that. It is unacceptable. Don't touch people's hair. If you like my hair, oh girl, your hair is so beautiful. That's fine. Then can I touch? And if I say, okay, then you go ahead. If I said no, respect the boundaries. I mean, this is not giving again at all. Now, people are reacting to this video. I'm going to show you a few stitches. And of course, I'm going to show you some comments. Of course, some people were like, why are you stressing yourselves out? They are literally admiring his hair. And you call that admiration? Wow. Please check the cities out.
We are human beings. We are not exhibits in a petting zoo. It is never okay to just touch our hair without permission. I know I did a video yesterday making this point, but I just came across this video and it made my soul hurt. The way they were so aggressively in that child's hair made me want to cry. That is not okay. That is never okay. And yes, they're children. Their parents should be teaching them better. That is never okay.
But for real, this is really triggering and very, very sad, because I have grown up with this and people have done this to me, wanting to touch my hair and without even asking. They just, oh, your hair is so pretty, and they just go and grab for it. Or, I love your hair today, if you wear it, natural and not straight. And it really is triggering, and it is a violation of space and of self and privacy. And you always want to ask for consent. And the fact that that little boy was looking around and trying to find a safe place and there was none, because they were just like a caged animal, is sad. And it's something that I have to teach my daughter too, in school, to tell people to not touch her hair. And she's learning just as I've learned, but I hope this kid is okay.
Number one, the patience that this boy has, oh my God. Number two, do not touch people without their consent. Plain and simple. Do not touch them without consent.
Where their mama at? Where their mama at? Every single one of them that's touching on that baby like that. Where their mamas? Because if they're present, they need to be slapped. If they ain't present, they still need to be slapped. How would you like it if someone pulled your hair? Then before anyone says anything, oh, they're not pulling their hair, they're just feeling texture. Blah, blah. It don't matter. Ain't your head to be doing that too. Also, it's 2024. Can we not do that? Can we ask before we touch people? Could we just not touch people? If you're curious, why don't you ask them to describe it? If they offer to allow you to touch their hair, that's one thing. But just sitting there, running your hand right in front of their face while they're visibly uncomfortable at you touching them, and their mom is visibly uncomfortable but letting it slide because she doesn't want to cause a problem because there's a lot of you, is disgusting. It's 2024, do better. And every one of the mamas of those kids that are sitting there touching on that baby like that owe that mom an apology and should be smacked for that crap. Because it's garbage. It's 2024.
Since when did school become a fucking petting zoo is my question. Since when do teachers, black, white, whatever, let kids touch on everybody's hair? Since what happened to keep your hands to yourself? The kid's beautiful, hair, gorgeous, fabulous, so love it, love it, love it. But that lady with the braids should know out of everybody in that freaking group, don't touch. Why is she just standing there smiling? Thinking, oh, this is so cute. Yeah, the kid's adorable. But it's not a fucking sheep. Don't touch. Keep your hands to yourself. Teach your kids. It's not a petting zoo. If they see beautiful natural hair, let it be beautiful. Admire it. Stare at it. Kiss at it from afar. But don't touch. Don't touch.
Alright, I need my white people to snap in before I snap out. You can physically see the discomfort levels in his face in the part of the video that I stitched specifically to show you this. And to call in all the white parents that were standing around and doing nothing about their children physically grabbing this child. That is a physical assault. They are not learning anything about boundaries when you allow them to do this to anybody. It doesn't matter how textured their hair is or how much they want to feel it. That's a boundary. That child is discomforted. Now, let's talk about the dangers that you've produced to not only this child, but all of your own children, okay? This child has produced the qualities of an adult by restraining himself from voicing or even retaliating his discomfort, whereas these other children show no boundaries and no regards. This teaches children, all of the children in that setting, that it is okay to be touched when you're uncomfortable. Right? Now, think about where that's going to lead. What happens when an adult comes by and touches any of those children and they become discomforted? Are they going to speak up? Are they going to say anything about it? No, because what you're teaching them is that your discomfort does not matter. If somebody else wants to do something to you, you're allowed to. They're allowed to. And you get to say nothing. And you know what that does? It blocks your children from coming to you about it. Now, with all of that being said, let this be a learning lesson that if I see this happening, this behavior happening among anybody's kids, my own or not, the parent of those children are going to be called in by myself. I will go up to you and call you in and tell you, hey, this is not okay for your child to be doing to this other child or this other person. And if you do nothing about it, I'm going to start grabbing your hair. I'm going to start you until you're uncomfortable enough to see what's happening to that child. And if you still can't see it and you stand up for yourself, we're throwing hands.
Okay, before you guys come for me, just stop. Okay? Can we please stop treating black folk here like little petting zoo visits? Now, look, I know these little girls are innocent and curious, and I get the heart behind it. But as a mother of two black boys with curly, froy hair, it is something to observe people take liberties to put their little fingers or adult fingers in your hair. Like, is there any other race that experience it like black folk experience it? I don't know. Like, the amount of times adults have touched my children's hair without asking, and I hate to say that, they're usually not black. They touching, they stroking. I mean, any other place, this would be assault. You know, assault is unwanted touch. I don't want you touching my children or my hair. You know, like, it's okay to be curious. But can you imagine, like, a black man walking through the airport and starting to stroke a little white girl's blonde hair and how that would go down? That would not go down well. So we have to really train ourselves, and even training our children, that they can be curious, but that they have to respect people's body boundaries. And it's not just the touching, it's the commenting. You know, I once had someone tell my son when my son was walking in front of me. I picked him up from nursery, and an Asian man said, hurry up before I use your hair to sweep my floor. I mean, I was dumbfounded. I couldn't even speak. And my friend, who happens to be white, she's like, what happened? And I had to tell her what was said. And she said, you need to speak to him. And I said, I know, but I can't even talk right now because I can't even believe someone will open their mouth and say that. So the next day I had to go back to him and address it with him. And I said, can you imagine someone saying that they would like to use your daughter's beautiful long straight hair to mop their floor? It wouldn't be very nice. And I said, you know, black people have experienced a lot of negativity associated with their hair. So we're quite sensitive to the way it's spoken about. And it wasn't really a kind thing to say about my child's hair. And he understood it, though he avoided me for like all of the rest of the time I was there with my child. And a bigger issue is that you can be curious. You can be curious, but you cannot treat Afro hair or people with Afro hair or locked hair or hair that's different than yours as a place to explore without permission. You know, even me with other black people, I ask, because it's dawned on me that I don't also want to take liberties putting my hands on people's hair or in people's hair without their permission. But particularly with black people, adults, and children, be mindful of how you would feel if the tables were turned. If someone was putting their hands in your children's hair, how would you feel? How would you feel if someone just started walking up and twirling their fingers through your hair? You would not like that. That would not be nice. That would not feel appropriate. That would feel intrusive. So even though I can see these little cute children and I don't think there's any malice in their heart, I'm thinking about how the child might feel to have so many different people looking at them like there's some kind of, you know, some kind of strange thing, like that their hair is so interesting, that all of these people are just touching it and you know, analyzing it, and just how does that feel as a child? You know, I know my child told me that, you know, he started to develop a little bit of a complex on his hair because he started to hear people's comments about his hair, and he started to feel a little bit bad. And I had to talk to him and say, your hair is beautiful, and it's okay if you don't want people touching your hair. And I had to go have a lot of conversations with people about comments they were making and just touching and trying to help him find his voice as well. So I don't know if there's any other parents out there, black parents or even parents who just have kids who have some very interesting hair that seems like they're always being touched. I mean, am I alone over here? Because I'm just saying, yeah, it's a problem.
I took a screenshot of comments from the comment section of that video so you guys can see what other people said, about it. Like I said, people in the comments, some were like, y'all should just leave people alone. They are literally admiring his hair. Please pause to read the comment if you want to. So some years ago, because sometimes I do wear wig to work, and then this lady said to me, what's your natural hair like? And I said, Afro hair? And she was like, oh, wow, I would love to see it. I was like, okay, so I'm not here to show you my natural hair. Why are you so curious? Now, these are the kind of people that would see your hair and they will quickly want to grab it, to touch it, to feel it. You should stop it. Stop touching people's hair. It's just stop it. It's not nice. Anyways, guys, I thought I should bring this video here. Let me know your take in the comments. Like, this video is trending on TikTok. Like, people are really feeling for the boy. And I was like, where is the mother? I don't know where that happened, but this is not nice. You could see them. They literally surrounded this boy. Now, I remember the day I went to a shop, of course, with my natural hair. I think I've shared this story here on this channel, and this lady, stretched forth her hands like she just want to feel out. I saw it coming. I was like, oh, it's beautiful. As I know. Thank you. This is a thing. It's happening. Please stop touching people's hair. Anyways, guys, let me know your take in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another video. I'm gonna see you all in my next one. Y'all take care. Bye.